your ability to feed your spirit is going to really determine victory in your life. Yo, what's good? This is Donovan Anderson, founder of 30 Mighty Men Ministries, also the founder of Clean, the tools to achieve sexual integrity for the Christian man. One of the key scriptures that we use in Clean, especially for moving into week 1 of Clean, is I want guys to understand this concept that Paul describes in Galatians chapter 5. I'm going to read it in the King James Version. He says, this is Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if you be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law. And then he goes on to describe, the works of the flesh in verses 19 through 21, and then he describes the fruit of the Spirit in verse 22, 23. I use that verse because it's so key to understand is that the flesh and the spirit are literally contrary to one another. I tell guys this, the way that I kind of envision it is that if you're feeding the flesh, you're feeding the flesh, the spirit is being starved. You're feeding the spirit, the flesh is being starved. That this is literally going back to the quintessential where God is this dichotomy of good and evil, of life and death, right? If you're led by the flesh, the road that you're on will be contrary to God. And if you're led by the Spirit, the road that you're on will be in alignment with God, contrary to the enemy. So I tell guys this, that the one that you nourish will win the battle in your own life. So if you spend time in church each week and you only spend 1 hour, that's your only time with God, is your 1 hour in church a week. There are 168 hours in the entire week. So that means that 167 hours you're not spending with God. If you think that that's going to be enough to win battles against the flesh, then you're sadly mistaken. I joke with them and say, you want to at least feed the spirit 51% of the time, right? You want the spirits to have an advantage in your life. So how do you feed and nourish the spirit? That's by reading your word, by praying, by fasting. It's by worship, by praise. You can come online, listen to sermons, listen to individuals like myself talk about God and the Word of God. You should be around friends and community that also love and follow God. But your ability to feed your spirit is going to really determine victory in your life. So while we're in Clean, part of the task that I have guys think about is during your day, minute by minute, which one are you feeding? You have a 24-hour day. During your day, are you feeding the flesh more? Are you watching movies and chilling all day? Or are you spending time in your word? Are you doing the things that you need to do to nourish the spirit? Because if the spirit is malnourished, it can't truly do its full work in you, right? So this is the key. I would say as well, so with the flesh versus the spirit, it's important that you're able to feed the spirit more than you feed the flesh. And as always, this is not for me to be seen, but for you to be encouraged. To God be the glory. Peace.